Okay, let's test if this works, and then we can get going again. Okay, let's test if this works. Yep. And then we... Yep. And let me paste it into Patreon as well. And then we can start. There we go. So let's see. Let's start with the indices again, like we did last time. And this is pretty much what we had on here. What was the expectation? Let's see, where was the last Thursday? Right here at the top here. We got another move down, like we was expecting, coming down. Not quite sure yet whether this is going to be a C wave of this kind of move. It's not really anything particularly different than we've expected. We hit the 1-to-1 extension target. I'm not quite sure if we are going to be coming down to these lows. Because if we are, then instead of this being a B and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we would be looking for more like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a higher degree, and that would be something different. I'm not really too concerned about that yet. I think, and I like the idea that this would be a 3 wave. However, again, the expectation here is a C. So again, that would be a 5-wave structure. So again, 5 wave here, then a consolidation, and then yet another 5 waves down. So we'll see if we come back to these areas of 32.5k-ish to get into that area. And we've talked about this whole thing for quite a while. 3 here, and if this indeed is a B, and C, then that fits well into that idea. And yeah, that is pretty decent there. Nothing else on Dow Jones at least yet. We were talking about this actually on the Discord. Let me see his username. I think it was newer filthy slips. Okay, there we go. He had the same idea, or basically the same idea, where we had an impulsive structure here climbing up. This is where I actually had a long, and I probably should TP that, to be honest. Give me just a moment, because I did not take profit on it yet. Let me close like half of the trade or something. And yeah, to me this looks very decent as a some kind of ABC. Obviously this changed a bit now. We can't have this as the end of that B wave anymore, but instead this whole sideways consolidation has to be a B wave. So the original idea I had here was that we had this as a ABC like so, and then had some wonky looking diagonal here. No longer the case, because we took out this low. A C wave, wave 1, or wave 2 actually can't take again the wave 1 lows. So we have to change this B wave here. And the easiest way to do this whole thing is just call this whole thing, whole mess, as a B wave. So most likely it is going to be something where we have something like this. So something like this overall, or this. Not quite sure which I like the most, but yeah, something like this for that B wave. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really see here. Maybe A, B, C, D, no. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, oh well, whatever. It's a B wave. They can get messy, and we got that. Move to the top. The only thing here is that, again, on the highs here, we are getting a sell signal here on 15 minutes and lower time frames as well, probably even 30. No, not yet on 30. But yeah, I think we are getting there. What I would like to see is some consolidation here and one more move down, get that divergence going like this, and then we can start moving back down if this indeed is an ABC. Now, why I think that is an ABC is just because, again, here on higher time frame, this structure that I had planned out, or the short that I was talking about, where we had a 5, 3-way pullback, look for that short here, and got that, and we're still in it. I think I really like this though. I think this here might be a third of third, then we had some kind of fourth and fifth, and then we have one more fourth here, because again, I don't think this is large enough as a wave 4 in comparison to this kind of structure, right? So what I would be thinking is that we would be getting somewhat of a similar size of a correction here. And as you can see, if we are just comparing the time here between these two, we have not even hit the 23.6 yet. So again, it would be kind of odd. Of course, there should be alteration between these, and one should be simple and one complex, or one flat and one triangle, and you get the rules. But yeah, to me, it's just not. I would be expecting one more low here, at least, here on S&P 500 still. We hit one of the major targets though, here, the 1-to-1, but structure-wise, I don't think it's finished. Target-wise, we have hit one-to-one extension target. If this turns out, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, we're already in that. So that is decent. We'll see how that turns out though. Nasdaq, very similar to S&P 500 now. We finally got rid of this whole idea that this can't be a 1-2 anymore. Obviously, this was more likely that this was an ABC correction, correcting this part, rather than a start of something new, as in the form of wave 1. But now we can actually delete this because we took out the low here. At this point again, 3-way structure so far. And we do have the divergence already here. So interesting to see what this is. Originally, I still don't like this structure here as a 5-wave. I'm not quite sure how I would be labeling that. If I had to label some kind of count in here, I would like this to be a 3. This, however, this extension that we have, we can see that it is so extended to the downside. So again, I feel like it might be more likely that is something else. However, again, there is still plenty of room for wave 4 here to be done soon. If we even shift this previous wave 4 here into these lows, we could be still saying that, okay, we don't really break it too much. We just take the liquidity that we have on the previous lows here. Let's just make sure that that is what happened. Yeah, it did. We took the liquidity, and then we are now creating that structure upwards. Now the question is this structure going to be a ABC, or is it going to be a something else? What I'm seeing here structure wise, this is the low. So 1, 2, looking for 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be adding a alert here, the 1.236, and probably a short attempt somewhere here for that last leg downwards. So again, we would be looking for, well, something like this at least. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. If we start to extend beyond the 1.618, then the probability shift more towards that this is indeed a start of something new, and this whole structure might be done. And this indeed is just some super extended ABC, for example, and we are getting something new here. And then again, if we fail, if this trade fails and we get that 5-way move here and we start to come down, these are the areas of interest for a long setup. You don't want it to come back below here. You could be doing this, okay? But again, that requires a bit more structure to be built, and let's see, that is probably next week. Yeah, that would probably be around next week's live stream as well again. So that will be interesting for sure. So expectations for Nasdaq, I think I like those. Dow, same as the other indices now, getting some kind of movement here. Probably, yeah, I don't think I'm anymore on this one. This was the very similar that we had on S&P 500, coming up in 3 and then shorting. This was the original entry that I had. This was the second option for that trade as well. Now we probably want to be labeling this again, because I don't really like the structure here anymore, because the original idea was that this here was the start of something new. RSI wise, this is the end here. So I feel like we have a chance of labeling it like this. However, it looks kind of odd. I know, I don't like it. It's just because RSI is showing me this high here. Or multiple time frames. So I feel like we are going to be needing a partner leg of this here to the downside. We've met the minimum, 0.618, and this looks kind of impulsive, and we might get one more leg down. This, I'm not still over what this is. Could it be a 5-wave? I don't know. Maybe there is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's super horrible looking though. The most bearish idea that we would have here is that this is a 5, 3, and then looking for 5 here, coming back towards around 14.5k. Maybe there is a target here. Maybe. That would be kind of large in comparison to this, but it's not too out of proportion. If we go well beyond this low here, we might be getting some kind of structure that is actually starting something new. And instead of this being a 3-wave, I think we would have to think of the fact that it could be part of this previous structure, and we even might have to do something silly like this. But we'll take a look at if that happens. Ors 200. This looks very similar again on smaller time frames as the others. Just depends on what indice you like to be trading. Some of them are giving a bit better extensions than the others at times, so you might want to be looking at certain ones every now and then. This looked like a 5 here, got 3-wave, very extended third wave though, or this third structure, I guess. Almost getting back to the stop loss before rolling over. This kind of looks like a 3 though, so if I'm completely honest, I kind of still like this as a 3, and I'm not quite sure if this is done here. I feel like this might be basically this structure, and we would need one more lower leg here. Yeah, I think that is the most proportionate thing. Let's see if we get some kind of confluence here. So again, using 1-to-1 to 1.618, that box, let's mark it down. There we go. And then using this here as an extension target, and this here. 1-to-1 would be kind of fitting into the 1.382 all the way to these highs here, which would be probably around the 1.236. So yeah, I kind of like the area of, let's see, yeah, this area here is probably the area of that target. So this. If that makes any sense. Probably want to be adding some kind of alert here at the 1-to-1 for potential shorts. It might not even get there if there is enough resistance at one of these, but there is plenty of resistance here, I feel like. We'll see if that even runs that far. But yeah, that's Dow Jones and the fellow indices. Check out the other ones here. The other stock. So Tesla, it did create another V, similar to the other indices at this point. However, again, we are still at that kind of important area to distinguish whether this is going to be a three wave or we are going to be getting that continuation to the downside. We never got this idea that we are coming up. So the idea that we would have a WXY is gone now, since we again took out these lows. No, I haven't gone through Bitcoin yet. I'm just doing stocks first, or indices, stocks, and then probably crypto. So I'm not quite sure what I have here on Tesla. I don't really like it anymore. This kind of looks impulsive though to the downside, right? We probably have a bit some divergences here. Yeah, we do. And we definitely want to be seeing at least a 38.2 if we are to be trading this kind of degree. Just a word of caution: if you're not interested in anything else but Bitcoin, I'm not sure if it's worth to stay, because Bitcoin is kind of acting up, and yeah, the last trade did not really go well. But I'm going to be talking about that later, because there's always other options as well out there to be traded. You don't just need to be trading Bitcoin. But yeah, this is kind of interesting area for me. I would like to get a continuation to the downside. But if this is indeed already a 5, I'm not quite sure. This is very, very fast in my opinion. We'll see. Yeah, not even 618 hit. But yeah, we'll see. Nothing really to be done on Tesla yet. Meta, yeah, it's still not something that I want to be trading. It's the ugly structures. Baba, Jimmy, Netflix. It came down back into this area. We never got a clean wave 4 here. Very similar to, well, these. But look at this. These here. We got back into this area of interest, this support area. We'll see if that gives us a bounce or not. Kind of looks like a potential 5 here coming up. So I definitely need to be following Netflix here. And this is very short time frame. I might want to be seeing one more low and then a 3-wave pullback, and then I want to be getting in. I'll just set alarms here on both ends, so probably going to be going back and forth on that one. Apple, still on that short. We finally got through that last legs. I'm thinking that this is potentially a wave 4 or something, maybe a triangle here. A, B, C, D, E, kind of ugly, but we got that breakdown. This is going to be an interesting area for sure now at this very point. what is going to be happening. Let's see if we actually got back there and touched it and got a initial reaction to it. This is very similar to what we have now on indices, where it's a decision time, whether we are going to be rallying, starting a new structure here, or this is just another 3-wave, very apparent one, and then continuation to the downside. It's going to be interesting. This whole thing can be a 3 as well. However, again, as we have a structure here as a 5, we would be expecting a 5-wave at some point, because there is no such thing as a structure that starts a 5-3-3. There's no such thing. At this point, again, let's see. Let's actually watch that triangle. Yeah, this doesn't look like triangle at all here on RSI. Not one bit. So instead of a triangle idea, I feel like I need to cancel that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it is just a truncated flat, because we see it here or into these highs, and then we get this kind of motion instead. I would like it to take out this low, actually hit the 1-to-1 here. I think I've looked at that as well previously, that 1-to-1 target. The interesting thing about this is, if this indeed is a 3-way structure, it has to be part of a larger structure, where the expectation is not going down more, but instead reverting somewhere here. Oh, look at that. Look at that extension target here that was hit to the tick. I would hate that we would bounce here, but again, we did hit the 0.618 extension. That is the minimum here. But this being A, B, and then potential C wave here is still on the table. If we are going to be getting an extension here, this would be the wave 1 of that C. Remember that. So instead of this being ABC, that would be lower degree, and this would be the ABC, that would be minuet degree, where this whole thing would become a wave A, B, and then C, or something higher degree. And of course, this is getting more concerning. However, what I want to be saying is that as we have taken out this low and we are creating a flat structure here as a second structure, it is more common that it is a B wave instead of a wave 2. So keep that in mind. However, we can't say or take it out of the possibilities that this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a wave 1 instead of this wave A. And then we would have a flat on wave 2, and then we off to go to very much a dumpster dive on 3 of 3. And yeah, that would be something, because if this is a let's just figure out this for a bit. Let's say that it comes back to the same areas where the wave A ended. These are the targets here. 131. 131 would be the target. And that's still like 20% away. 23. So that is a massive drop. That would basically negate everything that we had here, where we had this so-called bull run. And if this indeed could be a 5 wave, that would be now coming back to these areas. Those could be that wave C as well, or that could be the wave C of wave 4 of a higher degree. That is still a possibility. I don't want to be saying that we have an end of something here. But again, as we are creating wave 4s of higher degrees, the longer they get, and especially here on Apple, where the higher degree count is something, let's see if I can bring it even up here, something like this, where, well, there's multiple different ways of labeling this for sure, but if this is a 1, 2 here, and we would be getting a third of this red count, which would be a primary count, like so, then we'd be getting another flat most likely. Again, there would be some called bull run, but it would be a fake one as well, again, similar to what we would have here. And that would be continuing for quite a few years, because again, this whole thing that we've been since, well, basically here, December 2021, this has taken 567 days, okay? So again, that is quite a significant amount of time. However, if this is a wave 3 of a primary degree, the next degree is cycle degree, which is yet again larger than this one. So keep in mind that the next correction, once this would be done, would be even larger, meaning it would be giving, of course, setups, but it would also take more time and would probably be more radical as well, as it is a higher degree count or higher degree structure. So yeah, definitely not out of it yet. Looks like we are testing that same level again, and probably are going to be pushing through it, I feel like. This kind of looks impulsive, to be honest. We'll see if that turns out to be anything. Let's see, actually. Can we go a move down? Okay, let's continue. Amazon. Yeah, this had the potential. Why even we had this kind of count was just because how weird this was. 3 here, 3, and then something like that. But yeah, it's not really easy to label that into anything. Even if we had the wave A lows here, we could have this easily as an ABC, so it doesn't fit too well. But yeah, we came back to this area where we were expecting it. Thursday last week was that consolidation. We did get divergences here, so there is again chance that we would be continuing up. Amazon had that fake ABC here at the start, which turned out to be more like a wave 1 instead of an ABC. No, Bitcoin is not covered yet, no. ARC. Yeah, ARC again creating these fake 5 waves. See that? Didn't have a divergence here on 4 hour though. It did on smaller time frames, so yeah. But again, we never had a good looking wave 4 here, which is why you should be always looking at the structures as well. If it had created a structure like this before and then created a 5 wave, then I probably would have tried to long that, or the structure after coming down. Palantir, what was this? Oh, this was the attempt here, yeah. But looks more like an ABC. I don't think I've ever took this one. In phase. Oof. Looks kind of ugly. I don't know how to label this. Maybe it actually ends here. 3-wave up. This is so ugly. I feel like we might have a diagonal here instead. Something like this, maybe. In that C wave. It's ugly, really ugly. Mara. Fake pumps as well. That was something that I lost a trade because of the fake pump there. But this is why you take trades and use stop losses. If you had just invested in here, you'd be now down 28% instead of having stopped here at 14. Yeah. But that's trading here. Not all trades are going to be winners for sure. Microsoft kind of, I don't think we are there yet. We created a lower low on RSI already. However, I don't think it is enough. Okay, we got that alert on Netflix. Let's take a look. Okay, so maybe creating a flat here. Let's add an alert here if it goes beyond. We could be just trying to long here as a scalp. This is so small time frame. I hate trying to trade stocks on these smaller time frames. I'll just add an alert here at the 1.618. If it goes there, I feel like this would be flat and then coming back up and then do this. Then I'd be interested in it. Microsoft Nvidia is next. What was I looking for here? Some kind of 3-wave up. We started to go up, but I can't remember what I was looking at. I can't really see a good structure. Maybe this is some kind of 5-wave down. Is this the start though? Was I looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then up? This is the low here though on RSI, so I would need one more low if I want to be getting some kind of a 5-wave. Yeah. Yeah, not really interested at the moment on that either. Let's go to Bitcoin. We had attempted to short this climb because we had a 3 here. This was very decent looking 5 on smaller time frame. Here on Bitcoin and on ETH, on both. And well, it fell through, and of course stop was here, and now we went up. Not quite sure how I would be labeling this. There's obvious good areas, so you could be labeling this as still as a 5 of 5, something like this, or into these lows and have this as a three-way structure. If it takes out this, then it's probably not a 3-wave like so anymore, because then we would have to have this as a 3-wave, and we would be looking for another structure similar size to this, here. And I don't think that is going to be the case. But this structure here does not really seem like it is very easily identified as 5, although there is ways of labeling it. Something like this, but it's like expanding diagonals are easy to label everywhere, but they rarely are the real count, and they are basically impossible to trade as well. having the target set properly. For Bitcoin, I'm just going to be waiting. I have some long, or one long open, I think, and one short. I have a ACH short and StoreJ long from the group. But yeah, this whole thing could be labeled something like this, I think, as again that same expanding diagonal. But the issue, I just don't like those. But it doesn't matter what I like, not really. The most bullish scenario is that we would have this as a 1-2. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, or some kind of diagonal here as well. And then we would have 1-2, 3, 4, 5, and then we would have a 1-2, 3, 4, 5. It could extend way higher as well, if that would be if you would want to have that bullish scenario. No real, well, there is some divergence here, just one. We got some from here as well. Again, that explains, or it is explained by this week, so they're not really too good. But yeah, Bitcoin is not something I'm in at this moment. I was looking for that short against the high here, but I got stopped. ETH, very similar. ETH had a very, very good looking 5 wave here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turns out it was not. It was not a start of something, and I don't think it was an end of something either. Yeah, I don't know what this is part of. It has to be some kind of 3 wave, although it was like the picture perfect 5 wave. ETH, I feel like might still have this as a 5 wave. Did it take here? No. You could be again looking for shorts right here against the high here. If this is a 5 wave that starts something, you would be looking for some kind of 3 wave pull up and then again taking out these lows here. But yeah, I'm not really confident on that. High degree picture as well on ETH is kind of wonky. I kind of wanted this to be start of something, but again we came down in 3. We took out this low, and then we are now just consolidating some way in this weird fashion. Best fit is some kind of 3s, all of these, or these 2 at least. Then we have this same structure as we had on Bitcoin, where we are getting that channel-like structure that I have no idea what that is. But I think we just need to zoom out and look at the pivot points, something like this maybe. This would be similar sized in time as this here. And depends how you want to be labeling this. You could be labeling it like this here, then probably targeting this high 4 here before a continuation to the downside. Maybe. Because this does not really seem like it is impulsive to the upside. And as we have already taken out this low, so it can't really be. So most likely scenario, we are creating a sideways correction and getting continuation of a previous structure, which is this, or that we would be getting a previous or continuation to the previous structure, which would be this. And both of those are kind of very bearish, right? Gary, yeah, basically, so I have Patreon, and I have Counter Trend Capital. So I don't think it is feasible for me to create free content when other content that I'm creating requires a fee. So yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose of having someone to pay for your knowledge, right? If you're just doing it for free on another channel. Yeah, that's basically it. And I want to like make something out of this. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, but at least I give it a shot. But yeah. But yeah, that's ETH. Let's see what's next. What's next? I had summon. This is Solana. Let's go. See if there has been any kind of things going on with this guy. I think this is a 3-wave. There's a chance that this whole thing is done. We did not reach a 1-to-1 though. I mean, I can link you the Patreon if I can find my page. I don't know. I don't know if you can even see the. Let's see. Let me test something on a different browser. Do I see these posts that I'm making? Yeah, I can. Okay. So yeah, I want to be creating the TAs every other day, I guess. But that depends only on how many requests I get, and yeah, that is basically it. The more I get requests, the more I make videos. And now I have SLNO coming up probably tomorrow or Saturday. But yeah, I don't have a schedule for that, how often I'm releasing videos. I guess every couple of days would be the average. Yeah, I kind of like this SA3 here. I don't know if it is finished though. It's so weird. This kind of looks like a 3 here as well. Three like so, 3 like so. Kind of fits the idea here as well. We got that divergence. Lower low here on RSI. So either we are creating this structure like so, or we are looking for a continuation, something like this, where we are coming back down before going up. So I don't really, it doesn't look like this is impulsive. That would be structure that is fitting here with a continuation, right? Yeah. But again, these are 3-way structures, all of these. So again, kind of hard to trade confidently, right? Something like this might have been tradable. Highest RSI here, yeah. Does not hit the 1-to-1 though, no way. Yeah, only hits the 0.618. That's why I got to take profits on those, unfortunately. This again looks like a 3-wave here. Let's see the indices, what they're doing here on the very local time frame. Are they just giving us that 3-wave and then dumping? Actually, we created that one more high here. Did I not get an alert? Oh no. Did I not set alert here? Or above here? Or was it just another indice that I did? Because I really like the idea that we would be still getting this. This looks more like it is similar size to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got that divergence here. Now we are resetting it. One more high. I want to be having that alert as well here. There should be somewhere here. Yeah. We actually tagged that 1-to-1 as well. It's a major target or main target. What else did we have? Ada and Phantom. Still those. Where are we here? Ada. Yeah, see, local structures are similar here on all. So if you're looking for short opportunities, well, here it is. Overall, high time frame. This looks horrible again. Yeah, nothing I can say about this. That looks good. This whole thing looks more like a 3 in my opinion. This could be a 5 here. As we have not even taken out this low, we could be looking for this here and then get a continuation like so. That might be something to look at. It's so choppy, this ADA, every time. I wish it didn't have all these wicks. Like, can we just use the line chart here? It would be so pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-way pull up and then down, right? I hit the 1-to-1. Yeah, ADA is never going to be giving. There's one candle like this here that gave that fair value gap. I think that is pretty rare on ADA. What about Phantom here? This one has not taken out the lows here, but this was really nasty week as well. Some kind of 3 here, 3 here, and now we've just been consolidating. It's very sideways. It's a mess. It's a mess. I feel like you could even draw some kind of a trend line here. Well, you probably could draw multiple trend lines, or just make it fatter, like something like this, and just ignore everything. Yeah. Breakout trade, and then you get fucked. Yeah. Oh well. Three. What's it doing? Okay, it's coming down now. It might be that we are getting a 5 here already. I don't really like that though. I'm going to be adjusting my stop loss on top of that wave 1 for my S&P long while I'm still at it. Just a moment. So that would be around 42.85, 42, 85, 90. I want to still get something out of it. Okay, so it might be dumping. But yeah, my stop loss is now here. That would be kind of weird. Maybe this whole thing is a WXY. I can't really finish it here though. Yeah, oh well. What were we doing? Phantom. Yeah, nothing really tradable here. I don't see anything. Did we have someone else? We did stocks, we did crypto, indices, and that is pretty much it. This is something I would be watching. Oh yeah, this, what? Don't have, look at that. I had the alert at the 1.236, but I think we missed it by this much. What is this? 0.25? No, this is no. But like, not even a 1. 0.75 we missed it. The alert at least. Because that would have been already nice looking area to look for shorts. But I kind of want one more high because this structure looks so much better as a 5 here, like so. And then if we get one more high here, don't really want this to come back too much lower though.